arena. How do you put that into words? We just saw Anderson Silva get knocked out. How do you put that into words?
Wow. I mean, that was crazy. The first round, Anderson defended all the submissions very well, got back up to his feet. You know, that was definitely the spot that people thought if he got in that position, that's where Chris Weidman wins the fight. He defended all the submissions, got up, you know, and there's no doubt he got into Weidman's head at the end of that first round. Then he just continued to do it throughout the second round. Landed hard leg kicks, some good shots. If he would have got serious and really tried to finish that fight, you know, who knows what could have happened. But hats off to Chris Weidman. Weidman kept his composure through everything. Didn't freak out, didn't start goofing around back. Kept his composure, kept throwing punches, and kept trying to finish the fight, and eventually did.
Do you think Anderson lost this fight because he was clowning around?
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. He lost this fight because he got clipped, you know, with a hard punch to the chin while clowning around.
What were you thinking when he was doing that?
I don't know. You know, the guy's such a freak of nature. He's so good and so talented. And he's a guy who believes in his talent, believes how good he is, and his ability to take a punch. So, been around forever. He's broke every record. He's the greatest of all time. I figured he knew what the hell he was doing, right? Who am I to question what he's doing?
For him to lose like that after clowning around and getting knocked out the way he did, does that ruin his legacy a bit?
I don't think so. I mean, you can't ruin a legacy. You know, the guy has accomplished more than any fighter ever has in a sport. So I don't think you can ruin a legacy, but turned a lot of people off. And you know, people who were here to cheer him on were cheering the other way when he got knocked out. That's what clowning around does for you.
Do you have any idea why he acted that way? Usually it's when he's upset, feels disrespected. Do you have any clue as to why he did that?
Sure, and that might be why, because everybody said he was so good, and everybody said that he could beat Anderson. I've kind of had that feeling from Anderson all week, that he had this, like, happy. He was in a great mood. He was very festive. I think he was up for the challenge and was excited to fight somebody who everybody thought could beat him.
Would you say the most impressive part, other than the knockout, was that Chris didn't fold under all of that? Usually we see guys freak out. He didn't really.
No doubt about it, man. That's why I said the kid kept his composure. He didn't start panicking and trying to, you know, joke around back or just shut down. Just like, oh man, what am I doing here? I'm seriously fighting Anderson Silva right now. I'm not good enough. I can't beat him. You know, it gets in your head. He did not let that happen. He stayed serious. He stayed focused and kept trying to finish the fight, and eventually did.
Earlier this week, you said that if Anderson lost, 100% he'd get an immediate rematch. But he told Joe Rogan in the cage he doesn't want one. So what do you make of that? What do you think he'll do?
He said he doesn't have my phone number, said we didn't talk, and he said a lot of other things. I think Anderson likes to throw people off, and you know, I guarantee you there's nothing on earth he wants more right now than a rematch with Chris Weidman.
So we spoke to Roy Jones Jr., who's been here and talked. And Roy said two interesting things. One, he thinks that Anderson wasn't focused on this fight. He's focused on fighting him and didn't take Chris seriously, and he wants to still box him. Would you maybe do that match, get it out of Anderson's system, and then have him come back?
I think the Weidman fight is the fight to do. You know, I still got to talk to Anderson to see what's up.
Do you have any idea when you'd like to make that deal? This could be one of the biggest fights in UFC history, right? Is this a stadium show, possibly?
It will be the biggest fight in UFC history. This fight will be so huge. It will be crazy. Crazy.
And by the way, I spoke to your good friend Matt Serra just moments ago, who's on Long Island. He can't be here. He predicted this a few years back. He said Chris Weidman would be champ. He also wanted me to tell you that he predicts he will hold the belt longer than he did.
Very interesting. Yeah, hey.
Which was one fight. He never defended the belt, if you remember.
Matt Serra told me he was going to beat George St. Pierre, too.
It's true. Unbelievable what they do on Long Island over there. Unbelievable night. One of the greatest in UFC history, guys. Chris Weidman is the new UFC middleweight champion.